Hey, what's up, YouTube? Houston here. For those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, today's video, we're actually going to be talking about business checking accounts. And then the first one we're going to be talking about is Navy Federal business checking account. I know a lot of people that are trying to get into Navy Federal, but there are some drawbacks with Navy Federal with their business checking account, okay? In terms of like reporting to the business credit bureaus, it has been stated that they may report to Dun and Bradstreet, but again, there's really no evidence of that. So that's the reason it's kind of up in the air. In terms of getting money from Navy Federal, hey, yes, they're very generous about the money, but at the same time, you want to be able to build up your credit file so you're able to get funding from other lending institutions as well. Okay, so that being said, understanding about Navy Federal, pulling from TransUnion FICO 9, you must be a member. Okay, their internal scoring, which we're going to talk about, which is one of the bigger key points with Navy Federal, especially if you're trying to get larger lines of credit. Now, for their companies, if you have one company, they do 1025, which I made a video actually explaining about their business credit and everything, but it's all about the relationship with Navy Federal. So in terms of trying to get like a business credit card after you open up your business checking account, one of the things that I continue to tell people, and this is so important as we dive further into this video, one of the bigger things that most people miss is that when they open up their business checking account, you need to have at least constant deposits. So if you're like working for DoorDash or Instacart or whatever your job may be, make sure that you're making those direct deposits on a weekly or daily basis if possible, because this what helps you build up your business credit. Now again, with Navy Federal, for building up your business credit, I couldn't say, because some say that they report to Dun and Bradstreet. I've never seen them do it. Their underwriting may have stated that to somebody or whatever, but for most part, they're all about the internal relationship for us directly being able to allow you to access funding from them. All right. That being said, another thing about it, they're very stickler on a NAICS code. Okay, and what that means is that if you have a high risk business, so say you're trying to sell like CBD oil or marijuana products or transportation is another one of those high risk NAICS codes for a lot of the financial institutions as well. If you have the term investments in your company, that's also a red flag for them, and they may not open up the checking account, or they may not approve you for funding. So those are some of the things you have to take into consideration. That being said, their internal scoring, here's the thing about it, what most people miss out on in terms of when I continue to tell you to build that relationship. This is more important than a DUNS number, a PAYDEX score. This is more important, especially with Navy Federal. Their internal scoring is what they really look at. Even if you have a low credit score, you still can get high amounts of funding from Navy Federal. But their deposits, if you have any type of pledge loans with them, now the key checking accounts you want to have in terms of helping with internal scoring, the flagship checking account, money market account, savings account, CDs. I would tell you to have at least 3 of those 4. The history with the bank. Now, if you come in with good credit and stuff, that's a different situation. But if you don't have good credit, the longer the history, the better it is. Now, utilization, no insufficient funds, on-time payments, and also you may have various credit cards. So they look at those things and talk in terms of helping you determine if they're going to give you funding, and then how much funding they're going to give you from the internal score. So that's something that you need to be aware of. American Express, okay? Now with American Express, of course they bought out Cabbage. So now they have the Cabbage American Express Business Checking Account. And this is interesting because now this pretty much solidifies American Express as a full-fledged bank. Because I did a video talking about the personal credit checking account they have with the debit card that actually helps you get rewards points. One of the other things is that internal scoring. Again, I tell people that you don't have to have a perfect credit score to have a relationship with American Express in order to get business funding or personal funding, okay? So with the business checking account, no hard pull, no minimum deposits, no monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, unlimited free transactions. Wherever green dot ATMs are, that's where you would actually go to use your debit card if you need to get money back, or at the cashier, either one of those. Now, American Express on the business side, again, they don't do a hard pull, but talking about who do they report to? Small Business Financial Exchange. Now, they report to Small Business Financial Exchange, and then that information is shared with Dun & Bradstreet. They do not report to Dun & Bradstreet, okay? And this is important because you need to know how to build up your business credit the fastest. Now, as I was telling you about with Navy Federal, and as well as American Express, make sure when you open up your business checking account, you make weekly deposits. It's very important because the more activity you have in your business checking account, again, this helps build up your business credit the fastest. This is more important than a DUNS number and a Paydex score. Okay, so that's the reason that I'm telling you guys this. Now, in reference to business credit cards, they pull from Experian, okay? Now, here's the funny thing about it. American Express gives you your Vantage 3 TransUnion score, okay? But they don't use that score to qualify you, right? As a matter of fact, I made another video about the 14 different cards that you can get from American Express. That's your credit cards as well as your charge cards, okay? So, that being said, what are some of the easiest business credit cards you may want to look at once you open up your business checking account? Also, I would tell you, if you're trying to build an internal relationship with American Express, I'll probably consider opening up that personal checking account as well as the savings account and the business account. So that way it puts you in a position to be able to get access to more funding, even if you may have challenging credit down the road. Now, one of the easier business credit cards I would say you possibly want to go after is the American Express Business Cash Card, right? And so, again, it's a FICO 8. They're going to pull EIN only, no impact on the credit score. Now, here's the interesting thing about it, because some people say, well, they didn't pull my credit for the business credit card. Here's the thing about it. I always tell people to go with a personal credit card first. And then once you get that credit card, usually American Express won't do a hard pull on your credit for your other credit cards, okay? So for whatever the situation, I don't know the whole situation in reference to the person that made that statement about they have multiple inquiries from American Express. But as long as I've been doing business with them and I needed other credit cards, I've never seen them do a hard pull. It's always been a soft pull, an internal pull. So that's the reason I like American Express. Okay, and again, when you open up your business checking account with American Express, make sure you're doing a weekly deposit to help build up your business credit the fastest. Now you have Chase Business Complete Checking, okay? They do a soft pull. They also check system. The minimum deposit is none, but they have a $15 monthly fee. Now, Chase reports to Experian, Small Business Financial Exchange, Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax. Also, their business credit cards. Now, here's the interesting thing about Chase. They've recently started doing two inquiries. I don't know what's going on, but the reports I've been seeing lately, they've been pulling their TransUnion as well as their Experian. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't. If any of you all have any idea what's going on, why they're doing two hard inquiries, please let me know. But they have lately been doing two hard inquiries. Okay, now one of the easier credit cards that you may want to look at with Chase, like I said, they pull an Experian and TransUnion FICO 8 card. Now, I always tell people to go for the Visa Signature cards because they start at $5,000. The Visa Signature Business Preferred goes from $5,000 to $25,000. It has an annual fee of $95, but the average credit score is of 680, 700. Now, again, looking at internal scoring, because they have personal checking accounts as well as business checking accounts. I will also tell you this about Chase. If you're going to get a credit card with Chase and open up your business checking account, make sure that you go inside. The reason is that way they can identify and verify who you are. So if they are applying for a credit card and it's coming from their computer, if something goes wrong, then that person that actually works for Chase that's putting in the data, they can call their underwriter on the phone to try to be able to get you approved for a card. So you may not have a 680 credit score, you may have a 660 credit score, but because you're actually sitting there in front of them, you have a higher chance of being approved for that credit card, okay? So that's the reason I tell people to go inside. Now, Capital One, again, soft pull, check systems, Equifax, minimum open deposit, none, unlimited electronic deposits. That's what they say. No monthly fee. Capital One reports to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Small Business Financial Exchange. Business credit cards, they may pull all three, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, okay? Now, one of the easier business credit cards to get with Capital One is probably your Capital One Spark Classic for Business. And it's a 580 credit score, no annual fee. It pulls your FICO 8. Again, Capital One, another one of those banks, they will give you your Vantage 3 TransUnion. But again, you see where they actually pull in your FICO 8 score, not your Vantage score. So you have to keep that in mind. But the good thing about it, even if you get a low limit credit card, let me tell you guys something so you can understand why this is so important. Even if they give you a low limit, say they give you $500, use it, use it, use it. The reason is because the more data they're reporting to the business credit bureaus, okay, this more solidifies your financial institution, this more solidifies you as a small business owner that you're needing funding. And so if you're able to max the card off, pay it out, max it out, pay it out, max it out, pay it off every month, doing that for about 6 months, that's definitely going to trigger a higher limit increase, and also is going to trigger for them to start looking at giving you other business credit cards as well. Okay, so that's the reason, even if you get a low limit business credit card, make sure that you actually use the card, okay, to show them that you actually need the money. Now, U.S. Bank. Now, U.S. Bank, again, soft pull check systems. Minimum requirement is $100. They give you 125 free transactions per statement cycle, 50 cents for each additional transaction. Now, they have 3 types of business checking account. They have the silver, gold, and the platinum, I think it is. But they go from the basic one is zeros. It's not silver, it's called a basic, but you don't charge them no monthly fee. Then they have the gold one, which is I think it's the silver. which is like $20 a month, and then the gold is like $30 a month. Okay, but the thing about it, they report to Dun and Bradstreet Small Business Financial Exchange. Okay, so the business credit cards, they are pulling your TransUnion. Now the easiest credit cards you may want to take a look at is seeing if they offer a secured business credit card. I don't think they offer a secured business credit card, but one of the things about U.S. Bank, I shouldn't say, but adding to this U.S. Bank reporting and stuff, one of the good things about it is that, again, because they are brick and mortar, I would go inside and apply. Even if I have a lower credit score, if I'm below a 680, I would still go in and sit down with somebody and apply. And so that way they can call the underwriter to see what type of credit card they can get you. Make sure that you can at least get a Visa signature card, okay? Because that's the one that usually starts at about $5,000, okay?